Hey guys, this is Backlog Gaming here with another video about Guild Wars 2. They had two big announcements today at PAX Prime. The first one is that the core game of Guild Wars 2 is going to be free to get, free to play, free to try out. They're not going to the free to play model, they're buy to play, which means that you buy their software in order to play their game. Now, the free to play has some account restrictions to prevent gold selling measures, but it's nothing game breaking. You can't go into Worldly World unless you're level 50. You have limited character slots, and there's going to be probably a gold limitation, but you probably wouldn't hit that anyways if you're just playing the game naturally. The other big announcement, and this is the one that I'm most looking forward to, is that they announced 10-man raids. So they're looking to provide challenging PvE content because that's where they're lacking in their in-game progression. A lot of people initially picked up Guild Wars 2, hit level cap, and then quickly became bored with the game, waiting for content to come out, waiting for the living story to progress, waiting for something that makes it worth the trek. I was one of these people. I hit max level. I made one legendary, Twilight the Great Sword, and then I slowly after that started becoming bored with it. That was that was right at the start of Season 1, Living Story. Now, they've done Season 1, Season 2, and then this is going to be the expansion. And I'm sure they'll have living season updates going forward. Now, the 10-man raids, though, that interests me a lot because they don't have a holy trinity, so you can play whatever class you want to get in there and actually play content. So, really good article over on IGN if you're looking for more details into this, but the final paragraph I'm going to read pretty much sums up what the expansion is trying to offer, what their business motto is, and what they're trying to give their players, their current player base, and any future player base that would be coming through on the game. It states here, everything we are introducing in Heart of Thorns will be the systems that will grow and expand the game in the future. Elite specializations are how your professions will continue to grow and turn into new additional sub-professions. Our mastery system is how we will be adding additional in-game progression to PvE. Raids are how we're providing challenging, really difficult encounters for 10 players. Fractals is how they are going to be expanding our 5-man dungeon content. Guild halls is how we are providing meaningful progression with a chance for you, your friends, and the social group to own a part of the world and progress and grow your guild. The PvP leagues is how we're going to be adding meaningful progression to PvP, where you can earn different ranks and prove who are the best teams in the world. All of these systems that we are expanding on in the game's future, and they are what the future of Guild Wars 2 will be built on. It's a very exciting time for Guild Wars 2 players. I know a lot of the players that I used to play with were looking for this challenging content when we were running very speed runs of 5-man dungeons. So this is an amazing feat. Also to note that they have recently celebrated that they sold 5 million in sales, which is great. So it's an established MMO. There's a population there. There's a player base there. I highly recommend, since it is free, to try it out to see if it is your thing, but from here, I'm excited that they are jumping into the raid content and are giving that hardcore niche group exactly what they want. So hopefully there's some good drops. Colin really didn't want to give away any of that information, so it'd be kind of cool if we could get like specialty skins for defeating something that are like on legendary level but not quite stat wise on legendary level, to where they can change. Maybe they'll be like exotics, but they'll look really, really cool and be really, really rare drops. So hopefully the loot is worth it. Now, the main thing to think about Guild Wars 2 is that there's no in-game gear treadmill, is what it's referred to. So once you have the highest stat armor, which is easily obtainable, if you just play the game, you're going to get that armor. Then from there, any raid that they release, since they're not increasing level cap, they're not increasing stat cap of the armor that you get, you pretty much are just going to develop your character in different progression methods from playing the game and enjoying the world. So a raid released today versus a raid released like 2 months from now, 2 years from now, is going to be on the same level of difficulty as it was when it originally came out. Now, I understand that people are going to come up with strategies on how to kill things and maybe find game-breaking ways to defeat things or easier ways, that's just a given. But still, it's going to be on the same level of difficulty as the other ones. So that's great. That the raid's not going to become outdated just because the game continued to age. It will always be that same difficulty and that same challenging content. So they have that going for them, unlike other MMOs that have the gear treadmill. Another thing is that Holy Trinity isn't going to be implemented. So there's no tank, there's no healer, and there's no like control DPS. It's play what you want and play it how you want in order to better consume that content, better to challenge that content. So I'm looking forward to it. This is kind of getting down to the nitty gritty of their release. That's coming up in October on the 23rd of the expansion. So after this, I mean, I got to ask myself, am I going to finally step up and pay the money for the pre-order that I covered in my last video about kind of what you're all getting in the expansion? There's a lot of content that you're getting in the expansion. Some of it is for everybody. So if you do Worldly World, you're getting something for that. You're doing PvP, you're getting something for that. And you're doing PvE, now you're getting something for that. If you're, a looks person, you're going to get new armor styles and whatnot. So armor styles and back styles, everything is just becoming better in the game. So I'm fairly excited. I just read this article, so I thought I'd make a video about it. Anyways, guys, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and for more YouTube gaming content, and I'll see you guys next time.